Hello, everyone. I am so sorry. I've been actually filming, but unfortunately, for some reason, it's been very, very difficult to upload anything from my phone. So it's been super, super difficult. So this is why you haven't gotten your videos, and I'm going to try all day to try to upload videos to try to make up for like all the I think it's 3 videos that are missing. Anywho, so let's get started with keto coffee. It's been extremely hot in California. Like, I mean, I tell you, like, unfreaking real. So, if you are working out, definitely make sure that you are trying to do so at a healthy and on top of that, not only that, it's there's so much ash and so much smoke because of all these different fires, and I do not live near any of the fires, but I know this is so ghetto, but I really don't feel like I don't feel like it. I don't feel like washing dishes. I'm sorry. Like, I've been washing dishes. It's so hot. The notion of washing dishes just, it was so bad yesterday that my husband actually took a fan in the kitchen specifically just so as I'm washing dishes. Like, it was that bad. I mean, it's a workout just to wash dishes, seriously. Anyway, okay. So, what is happening? So, don't forget keto coffee. Trust me, you need the energy. And this is because of it's on the side, sorry. This is in my Ivy box that came, and I think you were there. I am wearing one of the colors from Avon. I actually like this one. The last one I did not like. And I actually have the name. It is Cherry Jubilee. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Cherry Jubilee Avon. And they are currently on sale. Let me tell you how much the price is. They are currently on sale. You get mascara and this together for $11.99. So Elizabeth Walker at Avon. I'm trying to show you the front, so it won't be so bad, right? Elizabeth Walker at Avon.com. Anywho, I wanted to. I told you that I love, love, love Tiffany's jewelry. And that is true. But I made the decision that in this quarantine space that I don't mind to pick up a few, like, you know, just whatever kind of jewelry in the meantime. And so I bought all of these from Avon. I wanted to try some of these bracelets out because they look so cool. So these two come together, and I actually really, really like them. And I think these two come together. So pretty, right? It's just fashion jewelry. It's just something you wear, you layer up. And these two come together. These 3, actually. So, Avon.com. Anyway. Okay. I actually wanted to talk about this, how I'm feeling about Tamar. And the reason why I want to talk about it, again, because I've said this before. So I was watching Marriage Boot Camp, which I, I I don't have much to say about marriage boot camp. I mean, I think there's nothing positive to say about marriage boot camp. I mean, uh, most of it is not true. So you're going to be in a relationship. I don't want to judge anybody's decision to stay with a husband who has cheated on you, but I mean, I think it becomes a different. I think there's different levels of cheating. The man has cheated on you, um, pretty much the whole time you've been married. And it wasn't just the cheating, but I mean, he cheated on you. I think he almost got somebody pregnant, I think, at one point. Um, put you on reality shows, multiple reality shows. And this is the third one that he's cheated on you. And then on top of that, this reality show, Marriage Boot Camp, if it wasn't for Hazel Lee's dude, he was trying to pick up girls at the club. And he's like, here, I'm going to be faithful to you. But then he's going to turn around and pick up girls from the club. Like, on a reality show. So, like I'm saying, I mean, marriage boot camp is so problematic. And she went around and, had a baby by him. Now, I wonder, how does this work? Now that the show has aired and she sees that you were trying to pick up chicks at the club and she got a newborn. How does that work? That's the problem with the cheating. It's not just the cheating. It's like you are publicly cheating. That's the problem. On television. No shame. But, I mean, he had a whole girlfriend. Not just some chick on the road. He had a whole girlfriend, whole girl. Anyway. Focus. So, Tamar. So, Tamar was about to, Tamar, as we know, Tamar attempts to commit suicide, is in the hospital. She claims it's because of all the stress that's going on with this show, WeTV, trying to get out the contracts and all this other stuff, right? The Braxton family values, in which it was her idea, all of this stuff, right? Well, then rumor has it that WeTV is like, we're going to let her go. We want her to be healthy. And, we're going to let her out of the contract. Well, define let out of the contract, because you guys are showing more episodes. You guys are showing more longer previews, and it's supposed to debut this week. So now I'm asking the question. Either you do not care about Tamar's well-being, in which she was about to commit suicide and leave her whole child out here with no mother. Either you do not care about her, or it was a stunt. I'm going to say that I'm not going to say that it's a stunt. I'm not going to do that, because I don't think that anyone would put their child at the brink of losing their mother. And I don't think, we know that Tamar likes attention. We do know that. But I do not believe that Tamar would go to this extent to get attention, or this extent to get a better contract. Because that would be extreme, even on her side. And I don't want to believe that she would do that for the sake of, So therefore, we're going to lean to the first side. You really don't care about this woman. You absolutely are like, Well, it's been a few weeks. Maybe people will not remember that this woman attempted to commit suicide. And, since we already filmed, so how about we just let it air, let it roll? It's like, come on. The woman just committed, was just in the hospital a few weeks because of the stress of WeTV and because of the Braxton Family Values, this other show that was just coming out. And you guys are going to say, oh, we're going to let Tamar go, let Tamar out of the contract. You're going to let her out of the contract and still air the show? Seriously? This is in poor taste. It is so in poor taste. And I'm sure people are going to review it. I'm not going to be the one to review it, but I think that is just, I am so disgusted. I mean, absolutely disgusted. So disgusted at WeTV. And it really makes you not want to support a network that literally continues to air a show that caused her to stress so much, caused her so much stress that she tried to commit suicide, and you're still going to air the show. How much greed can you possibly have? Like, I mean, it's remarkable, and it's disheartening, and I'm sorry, Tamar. Like, I really am. And, I mean, I'm not going to say I hope you got your money, because I think that is just insult to injury, because there's no dollar amount that can give you for a peace of mind. And clearly, the show did not give you that peace of mind. The deal with WeTV doesn't give you a peace of mind. I think it's in poor taste. And even if they were to say, oh, we're going to release the show and not have her in the contract with anything else, I still think it's in poor taste to release the show. Let her, just call it a wash. But let's say this. You are doing this specifically because you know that people are interested, people will watch, and so therefore we're going to just air it because we can. And I'm going to tell you that is a very despicable way to go. It really is. I'm just letting you know. Like, I mean, I don't, and I hope that people protest. I hope that, that bloggers get on you, and I hope that people remember that Tamar really did put her life out there and, almost died, and you guys just don't care. It's like, pass the beer. I rewatched Power 2, whatever, last night. And, I'm gonna be honest, like, Tariq's character is not, he's a bright young man. So I'm not going to go hard on Tariq. And I said this in the previous the previous video, that, the stereotypes are so looming that it brings the joy out of the show. But I want to take another spin by saying, like, the importance of Black professors, and how Black professors really are life-changing agents. But on the flip side, there's a hierarchy that comes into play. And the fact that you still had you have these black professors who are trying to do all of these power moves and, trying to help people. But then on the other side, they still are within this white hierarchy. And I think that, again, surmises kind of how higher education works. Like, I mean, higher education is white space. As black as you can try to make it, it is still a white space. And, as a black academic, it's extremely difficult, like really difficult to exist. And it's extremely difficult to exist. It's extremely difficult to do so and have a black identity, because it's constantly under question, it's constantly under guard. And I even have a colleague, like, I was working at this one university, and I'm putting him on blast because I haven't confronted him about it, but I was working at this one place and I should have known better and then to go there and work alongside him. But I thought, oh, this would be cool. I didn't really know. I was under the understanding, even though the pay was just like not worth my time. But I was under the impression that, we were kind of all grad students and struggling together, when in fact this was his only real true gig. And even though I was cutting a lot of the slack for him, he kind of was talking ish about me, so that I would not get hired again. He knew that students preferred to come to me than to him. He was doing stuff that was, and I'm not going to put it on to blast because it's highly inappropriate and it could threaten his job. But I'm not that petty, and so I wasn't called back. And the thing is, I wasn't called back. Why? Because he was talking ish. That was not even the case. It was inaccurate, and it didn't even give me a chance to say anything. But, what did he want? He wanted me out of the way because I was working at other places, and he needed a full-time job. He wanted my hours. And instead of having two part-time people, he was advocating one full-time person, which I don't blame him for that. But what I don't like is if he just couldn't come to me and say, hey, look, I want to try to negotiate for a full-time job. And I would have been like, you're there, you started the program, thank you for the chance. I would have respected him if he would have came to me and been correct, instead of coming to me and instead of making it seem like I did something wrong. We're not going to talk. I was like, because if we want to talk about things wrong and we want to go after jobs, then we can do that. And I have evidence. But that's not my thing. And my thing is, I'm not going to be a backbiting. Like, in my career, I've made the decision a long time ago. Just as me as a person, I don't need to backbite and to go after people in order to get a job. And if that is what I need to do, if my character needs to be compromised in order to get a full-time teaching job, then you know what? I don't need it. I could do something else. Because I'm not going to, because the thing is, the way that I get my job is the way that I lose my job, and the way that people would not respect me. And so there's a number of people who has stepped over me, has said, and I've confronted them. And he's not the only one. This happens to be a white guy, but he's not the only one. There have been others who have hasn't taken the most honorable approach to get their job at my expense. And frankly, that's, I mean, it's, yeah, I guess you could say it's hurtful. I think I'm more jaded now than I am when, when a lot of this was, when I was first starting. So I am more like, I see you. That's how I am. And I'm just not willing to, I'm not willing to take that route. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be a dishonorable person for a job. I'm not willing to do it. And, it is what it is. And so I think that power, I appreciated that power, demonstrated that aspect of the role of higher education again. Even though it does deal with some flaws with, boosters who are coming in, who are influencing admissions practices. Well, donors, really, not boosters. I didn't like the word booster. It's really a donor. And, or, the family money that's coming in with his friend from school who's also going there because of his family's name. And then you had him his roommate is a basketball player who doesn't know up from down. And so he's doing all of his homework, and that kind of a thing. And, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. And higher ed is very complicated. And just like any industry is very complicated. Anywho, on that note, I will bid you adieu. And I have not seen Love Country, so I'm definitely episode 4. And I guess I'm gonna watch The Boys. I'm gonna be honest, The Boys I don't like. So there's that. But because it's not a whole season that's showing up, maybe I'll go ahead and watch a few things.